In this video, we will go through 5 boring office tasks and how to automate them using the magic of ChatGPT, Excel formulas, and VBA macros. For the first example, we have data that is not clean and has additional empty rows and some extra spaces. I would recommend cleaning the data to be your first step for every project of this kind, even when it's not obvious that the data is not clean, and especially if it's a large dataset. The ChatGPT prompt that we will use will simply say in the tab named example1 for the range A2 to D43, delete empty rows and remove extra spaces. Let's now copy the prompt to ChatGPT, and once it is done, we also get a detailed explanation of what the script does. Let's copy the script in Excel. Press Alt F11 to open the VBA editor, right-click, insert new module, and copy the macro that ChatGPT generated. Now we just run it and check the results. As you can see, it worked perfectly well and cleaned the data as we wanted. In case you are getting data like this in future, you might want to set up a button to automate this process. For that, go to the Insert tab in the Excel menu and select the shape of the button you want. I will name it Clean Data. Then right-click on it and assign macro. We will select the new macro we just added in the VBA editor, and now just to test it, I will add some extra empty rows and spaces in the Clean Data. And you can see that once we click this button, it will clean the data again. It's a simple solution, but it could save you a lot of time on facing errors from a data that was messy in the first place. Let's go now to example 2. Here we want to find all different products we made sales for in this report. This is a short report, but in case you are dealing with thousands of lines, this might be really useful. For that, we will ask ChatGPT to write an Excel formula that will generate list of unique values in the column C. Let's copy the prompt in ChatGPT and then copy and paste the answer we get where we want the list to start. And that's it. Here's the list of all unique brands in column C. Notice that if you have older Excel, this formula might not work, so you might specify that to ChatGPT and it will give you an alternative for your version of Excel. For the third example, we want in column D to say OK if the total income is higher or equal than the cost, and revise if the income is lower than the cost. We also want to calculate total income for all countries and the total cost. Now let's just copy this prompt in ChatGPT, and you will notice there is no usual window with dark background for this script, but it should still work fine once we copy it in the VBA editor. So let's try now and copy the code. Go to Excel, click Alt F11 to bring the VBA editor and insert new module. Once we run the script, you can see it worked and populated everything that we wanted. And if we check the numbers, you can see they are correct and it summed them correctly. For example 4, we will go with a little more complicated task, and here we want to save all tabs in this file as PDFs and send them to an email with specific subject and message. The ChatGPT prompt will explain this process step by step. So we will say to write a VBA script and save all Excel tabs as separate PDF files. Then using Outlook to email the PDFs. And we have some more specific requests like to use B1 cell as sender, B2 as recipient, B3 as the subject, and B4 as the message in the email. When specifying the cells, also remember to mention the tab they are located in. In this case, it is example 4. Remember that the quality of our prompts is the most important thing here if we are gonna get good result. You need to be as specific as you can in order for ChatGPT to understand your request. otherwise it will be guessing, which sometimes might work, but it's not likely to get the desired result if you leave it to ChatGPT. Maybe that will be possible in near future, but we will see. After ChatGPT generates a script, we will repeat the same process of copying and pasting the script in the VBA editor as a new module and then run it. Now let's check the results. We can see in the folder the PDF files are generated, and if we open one, you can see it contains the proper data. But once we go into the email, you can see that only example 5 was attached. So we will ask ChatGPT to fix this by continuing the conversation and saying, it attached only example 5 to the email, please fix the script to attach all PDF files and send to the email. Quickly we will get an updated script which we will use to replace the old script in the VBA editor. Now if we run the new macro and check again, you can see the PDF files are in the folder and all the files were attached in the email. You can see also the subject and message are correct, and yes, you should like the video and subscribe to the channel since this worked. For the next example, we want to send a report only for Canada to a specified email. So we'll ask ChatGPT to write a VBA script that will create a new sheet and populate it only with Canada in column B. So basically to filter the data. Then save the filter data as PDF in the same folder and send it to my email using Outlook with the subject line Canada report. Let's see, once we copy the prompt to ChatGPT, what will it come up with. You will notice I'm also specifying the tools I want ChatGPT to use. For example, to use Outlook to send email. I'm not leaving it to guess because Outlook is what I use and I needed to be as specific as that. It is quite a long macro, and what I like is that it has the comments that explain each step, so even if you're not experienced with VBA macros, you can quickly see what is going on and maybe do some manual edits if needed. Now let's copy this code and paste it in the VBA editor as a new module. Click Run and check the results. Here is the newly created tab containing only data for Canada, and there's the PDF file with the same data. And if we go to the email, all looks good, and this was attached and sent. Hope you like these examples. Please like the video and hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments what other videos you would like to see. Thank you.